The Kennedy half dollar is one of the most iconic coins in United States history, first released in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his assassination. Over the years, this coin has become a favorite among collectors due to its historical significance, silver content in early years, and rare mint errors that can make certain coins extremely valuable. The 1971 Kennedy half dollar is one of the most fascinating coins in American history because it marked a dramatic turning point in United States coinage. For many collectors, this coin is more than just 50 cents. It represents the moment America fully moved away from silver in circulating half dollars. When people first discover a 1971 Kennedy half dollar in an old drawer, family collection, or forgotten piggy bank, they often wonder if they are holding a hidden treasure worth thousands or even millions. The truth is that most ordinary examples are common, but a tiny number of rare high-grade specimens and minting mistakes have shocked the coin world with unbelievable auction prices. Coin's value +1. The story of the Kennedy half dollar began after the tragic assassination of John F. Kennedy in 1963. Americans were devastated, and the U.S. Mint quickly redesigned the half dollar to honor the fallen president. The first Kennedy half dollars released in 1964 contained 90% silver and instantly became national treasures. People saved them instead of spending them. By the late 1960s, silver prices rose rapidly, and the government struggled to keep silver coins circulating. In 1971, the Mint made a historic decision. Kennedy half dollars would no longer contain silver for regular circulation. That single change transformed the 1971 issue into a historic first-year coin for the new copper-nickel era. Coin's value +1. At first glance, the 1971 Kennedy half dollar may appear ordinary, but collectors know that condition changes everything. Millions of these coins were produced in Philadelphia and Denver, and many still survive today. Most circulated examples are worth only face value, or slightly more. However, coins preserved in extraordinary mint condition can become elite collector pieces. Coins graded MS-67, meaning nearly perfect with exceptional shine and almost no marks, have sold for thousands of dollars because so few survived in such flawless condition. The coin's value +1. The most mysterious and valuable version of the 1971 Kennedy half dollar is the legendary transitional silver error. During the change from silver-clad coins to copper-nickel coins, a few leftover silver planchets from earlier years may have accidentally remained inside minting machines. When a 1971 Kennedy half dollar was struck on one of these silver blanks, history was created. One famous example reportedly sold for around $13,000, stunning collectors worldwide and turning a simple 50-cent coin into a prized rarity. Coin's value +2. Many people dream of finding one of these rare silver errors because they look different from ordinary clad coins. A genuine silver-struck 1971 half dollar usually has a brighter edge without the visible copper stripe seen on standard coins. It also weighs slightly differently and produces a distinctive ringing sound when gently tapped. Collectors who discover unusual examples often rush to professional grading companies, hoping they have uncovered a hidden fortune sleeping inside a forgotten collection. Reddit coin communities frequently discuss these mysterious silver 1971 pieces with excitement and disbelief. Reddit +1. Another reason collectors hunt for the 1971 Kennedy half dollar is the possibility of double die errors. A double die occurs when parts of the design appear doubled because of mistakes during die creation. Some 1971 Kennedy half dollars show doubling in the letters and numbers, especially around Liberty and the date. Under magnification, these errors can look dramatic and attractive, causing collectors to pay significant premiums for strong examples. Half $-1971 value.com +1. The San Francisco proof versions of the 1971 Kennedy half dollar also carry special importance. These proof coins were made specifically for collectors using polished dies and carefully prepared blanks. Their mirror-like surfaces and frosted details create an appearance far more beautiful than normal circulation coins. Deep cameo-proof examples with perfect contrast are especially desirable, and some high-grade specimens have reached values in the thousands of dollars at auction. A coin's value plus one. Although internet rumors sometimes exaggerate ordinary coin values into million-dollar treasures, real collectors focus on rarity, grade, and authenticity. Most 1971 Kennedy half-dollars found in pocket change are not worth life-changing money. Yet that reality makes the truly rare examples even more exciting. The dream that one forgotten coin could secretly be an elite rarity continues to inspire treasure hunters around the world. Even experienced coin roll hunters search bankrolls hoping to discover an overlooked masterpiece hiding among common pieces. Reddit plus one. The design of the Kennedy half-dollar itself adds emotional power to its value. The obverse portrait of President Kennedy carries a sense of dignity and remembrance, while the reverse featuring the presidential seal symbolizes American strength and unity. For many families, these coins were saved not because of money, but because they represented a beloved president whose legacy shaped a generation. That emotional connection still fuels demand decades later. CoinWeek.com. Collectors often examine these coins under bright lights searching for flawless luster, sharp hair details above Kennedy's ear, and clean surfaces without scratches or bag marks. Tiny imperfections can dramatically reduce value. A worn 1971 half-dollar may barely be worth 50 cents, while an almost perfect specimen certified by a professional grading company could command thousands. This enormous price gap creates the thrilling possibility that an overlooked coin in an old jar might secretly be extraordinary. Coino plus one. The Denver Mint version, marked with a small d, has its own following among collectors. Hundreds of millions were produced, yet finding one in superb condition is surprisingly difficult because the large coins were often heavily marked during transportation and storage. Some of the finest known Denver examples are extremely rare in top grades, which explains why collectors fiercely compete for them during major auct coin collecting, is that rarity is not always obvious. A coin can look completely normal to an untrained eye while secretly containing a mint error worth thousands. Off-center strikes, clipped planchets, wrong metal errors, and double strikes are all possibilities that experts examine carefully. The 1971 Kennedy half-dollar became famous partly because several unusual mint mistakes from that year captured collector attention. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar is one of those American coins that looks completely ordinary at first glance, yet hidden within its history are rare versions capable of creating unbelievable excitement among collectors. Many people have pulled these coins from old family jars, inherited collections, or forgotten bankrolls without realizing that some rare varieties and flawless specimens can sell for thousands of dollars. While most 1972 Kennedy half-dollars are common, the rare exceptions have turned this coin into a legendary modern treasure that continues to fascinate coin hunters around the world. CoinValueChecker.com plus one. The story of the Kennedy half-dollar began during one of the most emotional moments in American history. After President John F. Kennedy was assassinated in 1963, the United States Mint rushed to create a coin honoring his memory. Americans instantly fell in love with the design, and people began saving the coins instead of spending them. By 1972, the Kennedy half-dollar had already become a powerful national symbol connected to remembrance, patriotism, and history. Even decades later, collectors still feel a deep emotional connection when holding one of these large silver-colored coins in their hands. OldCoinOnline.com plus one. The 1972 issue is especially interesting because it belongs to the early copper-nickel-clad era. Earlier Kennedy half-dollars contained silver, but by 1971 the mint completely removed silver from regular circulation half-dollars. That means the 1972 version represents a new chapter in American coinage history. Millions were produced in Philadelphia and Denver, while special proof versions came from San Francisco. Most circulated examples remain inexpensive today, but collectors know that condition and rare mint errors can completely transform the value of this coin. Coin's value plus one. One of the most famous treasures in the entire Kennedy half-dollar series is the 1972 D No FG variety. On normal coins, the initials FG, representing designer Frank Gasparo, appear near the eagle on the reverse side. However, on certain rare 1972 D coins, those initials are mysteriously missing because of heavy dye polishing at the mint. This tiny missing detail created one of the most famous modern coin varieties in America. Collectors search endlessly for this rare coin because authenticated examples have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. CoinValueChecker.com+1. Finding a genuine no-FG coin is not easy because many people mistake worn or damaged coins for the real error. Experienced collectors examine the reverse carefully under magnification to make sure there is absolutely no trace of the initials remaining. Even Reddit coin communities regularly debate whether newly discovered examples are authentic, because the difference between a real error and ordinary wear can mean the difference between 50 cents and thousands of dollars. Reddit+1. Another reason collectors love the 1972 Kennedy half dollar is the possibility of dramatic double die errors. A double die occurs when the die used to strike coins receives multiple impressions during production, causing letters or numbers to appear doubled. Some 1972 half dollars display noticeable doubling on the date, Liberty, or Kennedy's portrait. These unusual coins attract strong collector demand because the error is created during the minting process itself, making every coin struck from that die a collectible rarity. CoinValueChecker.com+1. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. A heavily worn 1972 Kennedy half dollar may only be worth face value, but a nearly flawless example with brilliant luster and sharp details can become incredibly valuable. Coins graded MS-67 or higher are especially rare because large half dollars were often scratched and damaged while being transported in mint bags. That means pristine survivors are extremely difficult to find today, which is why collectors sometimes pay thousands for elite-grade examples. Coins Value+1. Proof versions of the 1972 Kennedy half dollar also hold special importance. These collector coins were struck with polished dies and specially prepared blanks, creating mirror-like surfaces and frosted designs. Deep cameo proofs, where the portrait strongly contrasts against reflective fields, are particularly desirable. In perfect grades, these proof coins can achieve impressive auction prices because collectors admire their beauty and exceptional preservation. CoinValueChecker.com+1. Many treasure hunters dream about discovering a wrong planchet error from 1972. These rare mistakes occur when a Kennedy half dollar design is struck onto the wrong metal blank, such as a quarter planchet or another foreign coin blank. Because these minting accidents are extremely unusual, collectors may pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars for authenticated examples. The excitement surrounding these rare errors keeps collectors constantly checking old coins for hidden surprises. OldCoinOnline.com+1. The design of the Kennedy half dollar itself adds to its legendary reputation. The front of the coin features a dignified portrait of President Kennedy, while the reverse displays the presidential seal with a powerful eagle holding arrows and an olive branch. The large size of the coin gives it an impressive appearance compared to smaller modern coins, and many collectors believe it represents one of the most beautiful designs in modern American coinage. OldCoinOnline.com+1. Across America, people continue searching through rolls of half dollars from banks, hoping to uncover valuable 1972 varieties. Some collectors spend years hunting for the famous no FG, error, or pristine high-grade examples. Online communities are filled with stories of people discovering unusual Kennedy half dollars in inherited collections or loose change, creating excitement that perhaps the next hidden treasure is still waiting to be found. Reddit+1. The idea that a simple 50-cent coin could someday become worth thousands creates a sense of mystery and adventure around coin collecting. While exaggerated internet stories sometimes claim ordinary coins are worth millions, the truth is more realistic. Genuine rarity, elite condition, and authentic mint errors are what truly create value. Yet even knowing that, collectors never stop searching because history has proven that extraordinary discoveries really do happen. Coins Value+1. The 1988 Kennedy half dollar may look like an ordinary American coin resting quietly in an old collection, but for serious collectors it represents a hidden world of rarity, mystery, and unexpected fortune. Many people ignore these large 50-cent coins because they rarely appear in daily circulation anymore, yet certain 1988 examples have captured enormous attention inside the coin-collecting world. Some rare specimens in flawless condition or with dramatic minting mistakes have sold for astonishing prices, turning what seemed like spare change into a collector's dream. That possibility is exactly why the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar continues to fascinate treasure hunters across the world. The Kennedy half-dollar series carries emotional weight unlike almost any other modern American coin. Created shortly after the tragic death of President John F. Kennedy in 1963, the coin became a national symbol of remembrance and patriotism. Americans rushed to save the coins instead of spending them, and over time the Kennedy half-dollar transformed from everyday money into a collectible piece of history. By 1988, the coin was no longer widely used in commerce, which makes surviving high-quality examples from that year even more interesting to collectors today. One reason the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar attracts attention is because fewer people handled these coins compared to earlier decades. During the late 1980s, half-dollars were already disappearing from normal cash transactions. Many coins remained stored in bank vaults, mint sets, or private collections. Because of this unusual circulation history, collectors now search carefully for untouched examples that still display bright mint luster and razor-sharp details. A perfectly preserved coin from 1988 can appear almost frozen in time, as though it just left the mint yesterday. The Philadelphia and Denver mints both produced Kennedy half-dollars in 1988, and while millions were struck, finding truly flawless examples is much harder than many people realize. Large coins like half-dollars often suffered scratches and marks during shipping and storage. Even tiny imperfections can dramatically reduce collector value. That means a coin graded at the highest levels by professional grading companies can become incredibly valuable simply because so few survived in near-perfect condition. One of the biggest thrills in coin collecting comes from mint errors, and the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar is no exception. Collectors constantly search for double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and other unusual mistakes created during production at the mint. These errors are exciting because they make one coin different from millions of others. When a dramatic minting error appears on a Kennedy half-dollar, collector demand can rise rapidly because every error tells a story of a rare accident inside the minting process. Double die varieties are especially popular among collectors. On some rare error coins, the date, lettering, or parts of Kennedy's portrait appear doubled because of mistakes during die preparation. Under magnification, these doubled details can look dramatic and unmistakable. A strong doubled die Kennedy half-dollar from 1988 can command impressive prices because collectors love coins that clearly display unusual features visible to the naked eye or with minimal magnification. Proof versions of the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar hold a special place in the series. These coins were produced in San Francisco using polished dies and specially prepared blanks. Unlike ordinary circulation coins, proof coins were made specifically for collectors and featured deep mirror-like surfaces with frosted portraits. Deep cameo-proof examples are particularly admired because the contrast between the brilliant background and Kennedy's portrait creates an almost three-dimensional appearance. In top grades, these proof coins can become highly desirable collector treasures. Many people dream about discovering a rare transitional error or wrong metal strike among Kennedy half-dollars. Although such errors are extremely uncommon, history has shown that strange mint mistakes occasionally escape into circulation. A Kennedy half-dollar struck on the wrong planchet or with an unusual composition can become one of the most valuable coins in the entire series. Stories of rare discoveries continue inspiring collectors to inspect every coin carefully instead of spending it without thought. The design of the Kennedy half-dollar itself remains one of the most recognizable in American history. The obverse portrait of President Kennedy carries dignity, strength, and emotion, while the reverse featuring the presidential seal gives the coin an official and powerful appearance. Many collectors believe the Kennedy half-dollar combines beauty with historical importance better than most modern U.S. coins, which is why this series continues attracting attention decades after its introduction. Although sensational stories sometimes claim ordinary Kennedy half dollars are worth millions overnight, experienced collectors understand that true value depends on rarity, condition, authenticity, and demand. Most circulated 1988 half dollars are worth only modest premiums above face value. However, the rare exceptions, flawless mint state examples, dramatic errors, and elite-proof coins are what create excitement in the collector market. Those rare coins are the reason people continue searching through old collections hoping to uncover hidden treasure. Coin grading plays a massive role in determining value. Professional grading companies examine every detail of a coin under powerful lighting and magnification before assigning a numerical grade. A single point difference between grades can mean the difference between a common coin and a highly valuable collectible. For example, an ordinary circulated coin may be worth less than $1, while a nearly perfect certified example can be worth hundreds or even thousands because so few survive in elite condition. Collectors also admire the 1988 Kennedy half dollar because it belongs to a fascinating era in American coinage history. By the late 1980s, the half dollar had become more of a collector item than a circulating coin. That unusual status means many coins from this period survived in storage rather than heavy circulation. As years pass, collectors increasingly appreciate these late-date Kennedy half dollars because they represent the final decades before modern coinage changed dramatically in the digital age. The 1997 Kennedy half dollar is one of those mysterious modern American coins that many people overlook without realizing it could hide surprising collector value. At first glance, it may seem like just another 50-cent piece resting quietly in an old drawer or forgotten collection, but certain rare examples from 1997 have created enormous excitement among coin collectors. The dream that a simple half dollar could secretly hold extraordinary value continues to inspire people everywhere to search through inherited collections, bankrolls, and dusty coin jars hoping to discover a hidden treasure capable of changing their financial future forever. The Kennedy half dollar series began during a deeply emotional moment in American history. After the tragic death of President John F. Kennedy in 1963, the United States Mint quickly created a new half dollar to honor his memory. Americans immediately embraced the coin, and millions began saving them instead of spending them. Over time, the Kennedy half dollar transformed from ordinary money into a symbol of patriotism, remembrance, and history. By 1997, the coin had already become one of the most recognizable pieces of American coinage ever produced. Unlike the early silver Kennedy half dollars from the 1960s, the 1997 version was struck using copper-nickel clad composition. Even though these coins no longer contained silver, collectors still admired them because of their historical importance and beautiful design. During the late 1990s, half dollars were rarely seen in circulation, which meant many 1997 examples remained untouched in mint sets, storage rolls, or private collections. That unusual survival pattern is one reason collectors today search carefully for pristine specimens from this year. One of the most exciting parts of collecting 1997 Kennedy half dollars is the possibility of finding extremely high-grade examples. Large coins like half dollars are very vulnerable to scratches, bag marks, and surface damage during transportation from the mint. Because of this, perfectly preserved coins are much scarcer than their large mintage numbers suggest. A coin graded at elite levels such as MS-67 or higher can command serious money because so few examples survived in such flawless condition. Collectors are especially fascinated by proof versions of the 1997 Kennedy half dollar produced at the San Francisco Mint. Proof coins are struck using specially polished dies and carefully prepared blanks, giving them mirror-like surfaces and razor-sharp details. Some deep cameo proofs display dramatic contrast between the frosted portrait of Kennedy and the reflective background fields, creating a stunning visual appearance that collectors deeply admire. Perfect proof examples from 1997 can become highly valuable because achieving absolute perfection is extremely difficult. Mint errors add another layer of mystery and excitement to the 1997 Kennedy half dollar. Error coins occur when something unusual happens during the minting process, creating coins that look dramatically different from normal pieces. Off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, Die cracks and wrong metal strikes are among the unusual mistakes collectors constantly search for. Because these errors are rare and unpredictable, they often become some of the most valuable coins in modern collections. Double die varieties are particularly attractive to collectors because they create visible doubling on letters, numbers, or design elements. On some Kennedy half-dollars, the doubling may appear on the date, the word Liberty, or parts of Kennedy's portrait. Strong double dies are exciting because they can often be seen without powerful magnification, making them easy to recognize once collectors know what to look for. Rare double die examples from 1997 can attract intense collector demand. The beauty of the Kennedy half-dollar design is one reason the series remains popular after so many decades. The front of the coin features a strong and dignified portrait of President Kennedy, while the reverse displays the presidential seal with an eagle holding arrows and an olive branch. The large size of the half-dollar allows every detail to stand out beautifully, giving the coin a powerful and elegant appearance that many collectors believe surpasses most modern American coins. Although internet rumors sometimes exaggerate values into unbelievable million-dollar fantasies, the reality is that true coin value depends on rarity, condition, collector demand, and authenticity. Most circulated 1997 Kennedy half-dollars are worth only modest premiums above face value. However, rare mint errors, perfect proof coins, and flawless certified mint state examples are the coins that can reach surprisingly high prices at auction. Those exceptional pieces are what fuel the legends surrounding hidden treasures in modern coin collecting. Many collectors spend years searching through bank rolls, looking for overlooked Kennedy half-dollars from the 1990s. Because half-dollars were not widely used in everyday transactions during that era, finding pristine examples in circulation today can be surprisingly difficult. Some collectors enjoy the thrill of hunting through thousands of coins hoping to uncover a hidden gem that everyone else missed. That constant possibility of discovery is part of what makes coin collecting so addictive and exciting. Professional coin grading plays a huge role in determining the value of a 1997 Kennedy half-dollar. Grading companies carefully inspect every detail under magnification, analyzing strike quality, luster, surface preservation, and eye appeal before assigning a numerical grade. Even a single point difference on the grading scale can dramatically change value. A coin with nearly perfect surfaces can become exponentially more valuable simply because so few examples exist at that elite level. Another fascinating aspect of the 1997 Kennedy half-dollar is its connection to a transitional period in American commerce. By the late 1990s, electronic payments and credit cards were becoming more common, while large coins like half-dollars were slowly disappearing from daily use. Because of this, the 1997 issue represents part of the final generation of circulating American coins before the digital age transformed the way people handled money forever.